and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
As you scale this dragon,
get a scale.
He just kind of nods. He's fearing for his life right now, so he's not gonna. He's just gonna be on the defensive.
Are you just a naturally scared goblin?
No, I'm about to die.
Oh, right.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
And that's enough for today's tech support corner.
He's got to do all my stuff for me.
Yeah,
literally couldn't get out of bed on my own.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, more or less.
So we didn't do introductions in the beginning because I thought it would be better if we did them now.
ooh,
But this is the beginning.
Right meow?
Oh, that's true. Shit. Wait, welcome to
The Salty Boys.
I am DJ Skinny Penis, but I'm not the DM.
I'm not DJ
I am
Skinny Penis.
Simmons. And I'm also not DJ Skinny Penis.
As I was saying, I'm not DJ Skinny Penis, and I'm AR.
And to Simmons left.
Oh. Am I on the left? Oh, I am on the left.
It's okay. It's mirrored on the computer screen.
I have no sense of direction.
It's also not DJ Skinny Penis.
I am
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
And I'm unwell.
Thanks, Nathan. Back to McCoss for sports.
And I'm DM. And I'm the McCoss.
He's back.
He's back.
Back again.
If I had money, I would pay for the rights to play like the beginning of Black and Black right now, but no.
You can play the first, 7 seconds?
That's too much work.
Hum it, right? Is that against copyright?
No.
Bop.
I got it. You just play the first hit. Just bow, and then
Now I really want a soundboard just to go, bow.
Now, we need one of those little Casio synthesizers that Gene carries around in Bob's Burgers all the time.
Oh my God. Speaking of, I didn't actually start watching it, but I just watched the first 10 seconds to get it into my continue later
movie?
stream on Hulu. Yes, the movie.
Yeah, we're going to watch
the
that tomorrow.
20th century, because 20th Century Fox has the intro music and everything. It's all classical and bold and everything. So it's so funny. It starts the regular 20th Century Fox sound, but then it switches over to ukulele, and then it goes to Gene's keyboard sound. It's so
fantastic.
funny. Oh, it's
Wait to
amazing.
watch.
Yeah, so basically watch the Bob's Burgers movie if you haven't, because it's 4 years late at this point, I think.
It has burgers
Not sponsored.
and Bob's.
Oh, absolutely not. I will
Bob.
promote them for free all day, every day.
I mean, I watched the series once, several times, maybe. I put it on to fall asleep to, so I'll catch 2 episodes and sleep through 2 episodes before Hulu finally stops. So I've seen all of them almost once, but I've seen the entire series. I played through the entire series 4 times.
I've seen,
Because it's
it's very
12
on brand.
seasons, okay?
I've seen all of them almost.
It's a great quote.
If we made T-shirts, that would be a T-shirt.
This is completely random, but Mary sneezed, and that reminded me. Somebody sneezed in class today, and somebody went, breakfast.
I don't get it.
You know that video.
Somebody
It's like,
sneezed.
I've not seen the video.
It's great.
Oh God,
I'm not laughing.
I've only seen the 5-second clip, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
The rest of it's
it is from a full because that's a YouTuber, right? The guy in the
Yeah.
the guy that
Yeah.
that says breakfast. That's his channel, isn't it?
I think so.
yeah, I think that was from the Malk era.
Mall?
Oh,
Malk,
Malk?
Malk,
Whole
Malk.
milk? Whole milk?
Oh wait, that's the same. That's the same
Skim milk.
company. No, it's not. It's not them.
No, it's from the same era.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
okay.
2007 through 2011.
Or chocolate
YouTube.
milk.
Yeah, back when YouTube was enjoyable.
I don't know why that one got me. Chocolate milk.
Oh God.
Chocolate cake and
I
malt.
want to rewatch that video.
Bulk
Man.
of magnesia.
All of those videos.
My favorite is waffles.
Waffles is fantastic.
12. I want 12 of them.
All right.
All right, so why are we here?
Just
What are we doing?
suffer.
Hey, that's one of life's great questions, aren't we?
Where are we?
Who are we?
When are we?
Why?
Well, I'm not DJ Skinny Penis.
Peanuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not your dad.
That's correct.
Well, it depends on who's listening to this because that's true in all but one case.
Simmons, I ran into your dad the other day.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, it's like we were grocery shopping, and apparently I like locked eyes with him and your mom, and I just didn't recognize them, or I had like blinders on. So like we get all the way over to like the seafood section, and I hear him call my name, and I turn around, and he looks like upset. And he's like, "Yeah, we walked by you, we like locked eyes, and you gave me a look," and I'm like. I honestly, I gotta be honest. I didn't recognize. I have blinders on. It's been a day. I apologize.
You locked eyes and like the music from Ghost starts playing.
Like
Honestly, I bet Mom laughed.
oh yeah, she was fine. He looked like upset. I felt kind of bad. I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, man's just senile now. Don't worry about it.
I can relate.
I'm surprised he left the house.
Right? Well, no, it was probably a sale.
Oh.
They got another 6 pallets of barbecue sauce.
You never know when you run out.
No. He was anticipating another 12 loads of firewood.
Yo, but you don't get gas points for free firewood.
You can just
You know,
run
he
your
finally
wood-fired
finished
car.
chopping that like 3 weeks ago.
Wow, I'm actually surprised it didn't take him longer.
Well, it would have taken him longer if he actually made somebody else help him with it.
Yeah.
All right, we're
enough.
derailed sufficiently.
I don't think we started on rails. This is just like I
true.
remember it.
We're just milling around the station like a toddler.
It's like a
hopped up on sugar, and just knocking shit over.
We're on platform 9 3/4.
wrapping it
waiting
in
for the
a
train to
warm
come in.
blanket. All right. Well, yes, I am Mick Haas. I have made my triumphant return, and to celebrate, I'm going to run a completely unrelated to the main story, totally melodramatic one-off for tonight.
Totally unrelated, but
That
yet
sounds like my
related.
wavelength.
So
I'm super mellow and super dramatic.
as this is completely unrelated from the main plot, no relation whatsoever. We are running completely brand new, freshly rolled, fresh from the fryer,
Fresh from the farm.
fresh from the farm
For the bar!
characters. So we'll start with the DJ. DJ, who are you going to be playing in this totally random one-off tonight?
Hi, my name's Acorn. I'm a goblin. I want to be a dragon. I'm hoping to get promoted soon. I got my name because I love acorns. Yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
Are you Adam Sandler?
I was gonna say, is that Dwight Schrute the Goblin?
I'm Acorn. That's me.
Awesome. Starting it strong with a not at all degenerate character. Simmons.
Your birth name is definitely Nikki.
I feel like I need to introduce myself in character. What is the accent going to be? I don't know. This is going to be the accent, I guess.
It's not pseudo-Russian, and I'm a little offended. I did not.
No, it's always been Polish.
I did not come back to not hear a new character.
Well,
Fucking.
if you
Russian.
wanted me to run Francis, you should have told me to run fucking Francis.
Why don't you take Francis and put him in another game?
Honestly, he would probably be more useful in this campaign. All right. Anyway, I'm Zap Curls. I'm a monk goblin, but I'm also a fisher. That's all I got.
All right. Should have saved you for last, man. That's a winner.
How am I gonna follow that up?
That's hard to follow.
Well, don't worry. You have one person in between.
All right, Mary, what you got?
Yeah, my name is JX.
Like Chex Mix?
Yeah. My parents wanted me to go into the family business, but I don't want to do that, so guess I'm here.
What is the family business?
Fabric merchants.
Did you say fabric
boring.
merchants?
Yeah.
Checks.
I missed the apostrophe.
Is your character Elvin?
No, we're just humans.
Okay. I was going to say, because if they're
Just really
Elvin, they
good
would
at
be like
fabric.
this.
You're humans, plural?
He's gonna spell out the Elven spelling of your name.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, stop.
Well, and if you're going to be edgy, you would add 2 X's to the end.
Beautiful.
Glad to see we're still using visual gags on a podcast.
All right, so everyone at home that's watching this,
All right,
see how funny this is.
directly on top of me, we have Krobin Kronk. Kronk, what you got?
Directly on top of me.
Yeah, he's actually sitting on his lap.
Zero homoeroticism.
I am also whatever Simmons is.
No, you can't copy me.
A fairy barbarian named Sir Muffin Top.
Sir Muffin Top. You said a fairy barbarian?
Yes.
Sounds intimidating.
Approximately like 5 inches tall.
All right.
Am I gonna be the
And
You are probably the tallest character here.
For the viewers at home, I'm about to turn off the Zoom chat because I've ruined it.
Yeah.
It's all my fault, and I take
clocking
full
out.
responsibility.
if you become one of our premium subscribers, you can see all of the Zoom chats.
Live Zoom chat replay.
To the Patreon, we really don't have.
All right. Last and least.
Least is probably going to be right.
More like yeast.
I mean, my character's not even bred.
Rise like
I can change that.
It's the Disney Channel reject to Beauty and the Beast.
So I'm
Beauty
definitely
and the yeast infection.
definitely deserve to be here the least. I guess if I want to do this in accent. My
Well done.
character's name is Cat the Cat.
Oh my god.
Her birth name
Pull
is
out all the stops here.
Catherine.
Okay, well, to be fair, when we said we were trying to figure out what to call our characters, somebody said, just look at something in the room or name it after food. So I literally named my character after the 2 bags of chips in my room.
So what we doing today?
Thrilled. All right. So, the five of you have awakened. You are in what appears to be a pretty homely, lived-in, but comfortable lounge. You look around the room and you see that it has been well used. You're definitely not the first ones here, but you don't feel like the room is. It still feels clean. It feels homely. As you look around the room, you see your comrades surrounding you. You've been through a few trials and tribulations together, but it's been a while since you've had a chance to just kind of sit and shoot the shit, as it were. Kat, what are you thinking?
Well, first of all, you said I was just awakening, but I actually spent the whole night running up and down the hallway. So, yeah, I was doing that, and now I'm just kind of settling in, sitting down for the first time. You know, I'm a cat. I only need to sleep 20 hours a day. It's no big deal. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just now I'm sitting all calm and just playing with a gold coin, flipping around in my paws.
Gotcha.
Not really thinking anything, kind of in the nothing box.
Gotcha. So Zap Curls, is this particular iteration of your character analogy, are they into shiny things? How's he feeling about this gold coin that Cat's flipping around?
He really kind of wants it, but, you know, it's just one of those situations. I probably shouldn't take it. It's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, Cat the Cat is
Zap talks into third person.
Cat the Cat is as intimidating as they are original. Sir Muffin Top, what's Sir Muffin Top thinking about?
That cat's really pissing him off right now.
The cat's pissing you off? What did this cat do to you?
It's flipping that coin back and forth.
Well,
Like, can't it just sit there like a normal cat and like not do anything?
I mean, this sounds like something Sir Muffin Top and Cat need to figure out. Like, sometimes you just gotta hash things out. Like, how are you gonna let Cat know how you're feeling?
He's gonna throw something at him. He's gonna throw a giant rock,
Do you have a giant rock?
which is like a tiny little pebble.
You got a tiny little pebble.
Well, no, it's a giant rock to him, but it's like an actual
Gotcha,
tiny
'cause you're a
little pebble.
fairy.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Don't call me that.
I'm sorry. What would you prefer to be called?
We got to be inclusive here.
Okay, my apologies. All right,
Easy on
It's
that
not
hard
fair
R.
he, it's fair
Okay,
we.
so no. The proper term is manlet.
Jesus. All right. So, Cat, Sir Muffin Top has just taken this unwieldy pebble and mightily launched it with all of his strength. Can you go ahead and make a Dex saving throw to try and get out of the way of this pebble?
Sora, this one's for you. It's my first roll with the dice that you made for Gunkbog, and now Gunkbog's dead.
Gunkbog's dead.
I think that's a crit.
Wow.
It's,
Damn,
It's
okay.
it's the symbol, and there's no 20 on here, so that's a crit.
All right.
Yeah, it's crit.
All right, so not only do you dodge this pebble, but you like Matrix style in the air, like somersault a couple of times. You catch the pebble in your paw, and as the world around you moves in slow motion, you get a view of everybody else in the room. You've got enough time to launch this pebble at whoever the hell you want to.
I think I'm gonna drop the gold coin and I'm gonna start playing with the pebble with all fours.
So,
like you know how like cats play with yarn? It's like me with a pebble right now.
So as you are spinning around in the air in slow motion, the gold coin becomes old news and this pebble becomes the new hotness as you start pawing at it and getting all of this euphoria. I'm going to go ahead and award you inspiration.
I've never been more immersed.
For really just getting into character right now. Because what else would a cat do if not take the fucking least valuable object and turn something at it? So give yourself some inspiration there. That's going to be useful later on. So the gold coin drops. At this point, the gold coin drops at about equal distance between Chex Mix and Acorn, our human and goblin compatriots, respectively. Which one of you is more interested in this gold coin right now?
Acorn is interested.
Also, for full continuity, I did remove 1 GP from my inventory.
Full immersion.
All right, so Acorn's pretty
Zap
interested.
is also very interested.
Well, we didn't ask Zap, so that's all good. So Zap can be interested over to the side. Chex Mix, how you feeling about this coin? Are you motivated by riches?
It's on the floor. That's too much effort.
All right, so Acorn, it looks like you've got zero competition for this gold coin.
Acorn quickly, like, when he saw where the gold coin landed, he flashed Chex Mix like a wild-eyed, like, like, not to be scary, but just like, we can race for the coin. But then when he sees that Chex Mix, like, could not be fucked, he's just like, oh.
It's just like me in college. So anyway, as you go for this gold coin, Acorn, you obviously you're gonna have to roll a check. You're just picking up a fucking gold coin off the floor. The fucking cat could do it. However, you notice that the gold coin has landed on a envelope. It is a sealed envelope. It hasn't been opened yet.
Okay. I'll slide the coin off of the envelope and just take that instead.
Okay, so gold coin is still on the floor. So that is up for grabs for anyone whose name is not Chex Mix. And you've got the letter in your hand.
Okay.
How versed is now? I know Acorn is really into dragons and acorns, obviously. Is this like the extent of Acorn's like world knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. So I As Acorn is looking at this, obviously it's not a dragon or an acorn, so Acorn is kind of stumped. Can I get an insight check from the party real quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
What if we don't have an insight check?
I got a
Then it's just wisdom.
13 plus 4 is a 17.
Pretty good.
I got a 3.
It was a 9.
Bad.
9 from the cat.
It's under wisdom, so if you don't have it,
have to
you know
find a
it's
D20.
a +1 for you. So roll a d20.
10.
That's an 11 for Mary.
10.
9.
What'd you get, Krampus?
10.
Oh, Tien.
Tian.
Like the character,
Like Tiananmen Square.
I'm
Gotcha.
not regretting.
So,
Putting into
Acorn,
anything
despite
in
your
animal
lack,
handling.
despite your lack of like knowledge of just trivia in general, just things about just general knowledge, you can tell that this paper feels a lot nicer than the shit you buy, or the shit like you get your acorns in. You know, you're not gonna get acorns wrapped in this kind of paper at the fucking like acorn
This ain't no
store.
acorn paper.
Right. As you kind of run your hands along the envelope, you see that the seal is really thick. It's almost got a porous texture to it, which is very interesting. Again, not something you'd find coated on an acorn with.
Yeah.
What do you do with the letter?
Letters is made for one thing. Open it.
Cool.
I'm gonna open it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sound engineer. Literal mic drop.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna crack that seal and open it up.
So as you open the letter, I imagine letters aren't really your strong suit. So as the party kind of gathers around to see what this letter says, between the 5 of you, I'm sure there's at least a 1.5 literate individuals. As you read through the letter, it says, "Initiates, welcome and congratulations on making it to this phase. If you can successfully pass this gauntlet, you will have earned the right to call yourselves members of this illustrious endeavor. As promised, please find enclosed a few tools to help get you started. You have until the stroke of 12 to procure additional arms until the final trial. Good luck and Godspeed." As the word Godspeed is read, a blinding light fills the room, and 3 different objects appear around the letter. You see what appears to be an orb. You've got what else have you got? You've got
A friend in me.
You got a book. You don't have a book. There is, appears to be an orb. You have what appears to be a pill and a bag of lemons.
Lemons are scientifically acorns. I'm going for that.
All right.
You're gonna have to fight Zap for those lemons.
All right. Okay, so Zap also is going for the lemons. All right. I'm going to need the both of you to make an opposed dexterity check to see who grabs the lemons first.
Ooh. I rolled a 12. My dexterity is +3.
That's a 15.
I rolled a 11 after modifier.
Oh, no. Gotcha.
I
So,
am very smart.
Zap, just a little bit slow on the uptake. Acorn is closer to the objects as he was the one holding the letter, so he's got a better grasp on it. As you grab the bag of lemons, you feel a slight jolt in your system, but then you've got the lemons in your hand.
Okay.
These lemon stealing whores.
I was driven by my lust for acorns.
How big's the orb?
Good question. The orb is about the size of maybe like 3/4 the size of a basketball.
Sir Muffin Top flies up and just grabs it, but
So
at
like
that
a
point,
dodgeball.
he's like probably about half the size of that, I guess. I don't know. So he's holding on to it with the giant ball between his arms and his legs, or the orb, or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
So you grab the orb. Again, same as Acorn. A slight jolt as you touch the orb, but now it's fine. Weirdly enough, it's got it almost feels like the orb is wrapped in like skin of some sort.
What kind of skin?
The one that is on people. So you've got the skin orb. Pill is still on the ground, up for grabs.
I'm gonna go after the pill.
All right, Cat wants that pill. The rock is old news. Is anybody else gunning for the pill?
Chex was going to give it to the cat anyway.
So that is a floor pill. Chex couldn't be bothered. All right, Chex. Same as before. You grab the pill, a slight jolt sensation throughout your body, but now you've got the pill in hand. The pill is small. It's very smooth to the touch. It's like it's like a Tylenol you'd pick up at like the grocery store. It's coated in that like smooth, waxy stuff. It looks very colorful. It's a very palatable red and yellow color.
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay. You lick the pill.
Does it taste like pill?
Have you ever had a steak like coated in like mayonnaise before?
Of course.
I mean, it's a
I have actually.
I mean-
like unironically, yes.
All right, because it tastes nothing like that.
Oh damn!
crystal clear.
It's not as bad as you might think.
Can I pop a lemon?
Are you like popping it straight in, just peel and all?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Have you ever eaten a lemon before?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
I don't think Acorn likes that.
Can Acorn make a quick perception check?
Yeah. I have
Doesn't taste like-
expertise in this. Ooh, I rolled a 19 plus 6. That's a 25.
Yeah. So usually when you
This is a fucking acorn!
let's say now you've got a lot of experience hauling lots of acorns. Not only hauling them but also eating them. So when you eat an acorn, what naturally happens to your bag of acorns? Like you take one out,
I have less acorns.
you have less acorns. That's not happening with this bag of lemons. You eat this lemon, and there's still all the lemons.
I am infuriated, and I throw the bag of lemons at Zap. Zap Curly.
Awesome. So as the lemons collide with Zap, Zap, you also now feel a jolting sensation, but it's not as innocuous as the other three have had. I'm going to need you to go ahead and make a con save.
Ooh, okay. That is a 15.
All right. So that is enough for you to weather the most of the damage. You're still going to take 2 bludgeoning damage from this unintentional attack.
Oh no!
So what puzzles you is that he didn't throw the lemon super hard, right? It wasn't the impact that got you. It seems that the lemons touching you has caused you some sort of reaction.
Embarrassment.
Interesting. So Zap's gonna pick up the bag of lemons and just open it up inside. I'm assuming it just looks like a sack of lemons.
Well, unfortunately, before we get to that part, you've touched the sack again, and again, that same jolting sensation kind of fills you. The fact that you have wrapped your grubby paws around this at this point is causing you a lot more physical pain. Again, go ahead and make another con save. I want you to go ahead and subtract 2 from your result this time, since you are going balls deep on this.
Oh, that's a 7.
Not going to be enough. That's going to be another 4 points of damage, my friend.
I am down to 1 HP.
Dead already.
All right.
Does anything outwardly look wrong with him, like to the rest of the group?
No.
I'm dying.
No, there's no visible marks, abrasions, not even a bruise. It doesn't look like he's been physically hurt. It
Are
just
you
seems-
acorn drunk?
I am in significant pain.
Why?
Have you ever gotten better before? It's nothing like that. It's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite of getting better. I'm
Put him
getting
in a
worse.
barrel. It's the only way.
All right. So,
I am abandoning the sack of lemons, obviously.
awesome. So Acorn's got his sack of lemons. Cat has, Acorn's got the sack of lemons. Cat has got the pill. What are you doing with the pill? You still licking it?
I just licked it and I gave it a taste. Is it a taste I like or a taste I don't like?
It doesn't really doesn't have like a tactile taste. It's just more like smooth synthetic texture.
Did
laying
Kat's
a marble.
tongue get stuck outside her mouth? Like,
Yeah, like my dog.
So are you like, are you just kind of like, are you just like sampling, or are you just like going buck wild licking this thing?
Yeah, it was just sampling like a cat licking some water, just like
Gotcha.
little nibby top.
Awesome. So, as skilled as you are with your sandpaper-like tongue, it does end up getting caught in one of the corners there. I want you to go ahead and make a dex save to prevent this guy from just shooting down the gullet.
11.
Ooh, that is not good enough, my friend. So the bad news is that this your tongue catches the seam of the pill. Right, there's one spot that kind of like sticks out more than the others. Your tongue catches that, and before you can grab it out, you have unintentionally swallowed this guy. So that's the bad news: unintentional drug usage. Good news is there doesn't appear to be anything outwardly happening to you. In fact, you might feel a little bit sharper in some ways.
Neat.
Excellent. So as you are all sitting there contemplating the ramifications of what's going on, Zap is fighting off death from this bag of lemons, you notice that the door that has been shut this entire time has innocuously opened up to reveal a dark and dingy lounge.
hello?
No response, except for the slight echo of your own voice.
Is there a bag in the room that we're currently in that's not the lemon bag?
The lemons are the only bag that you can see.
Okay, I got a explorer's pack. I'm going to try and make a little like net harness for the orb that's bigger than I am to kind of place it on my back so I can carry it.
Cool. Have you done this sort of thing before?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say this is kind of a trivial task for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, I would say that at this point, like you're not under any sort of duress. You've got time and you've got people around to help. So yeah, you fashion yourself a little makeshift MacGyvered net for this orb to carry in. Interestingly enough, as you're fashioning this net, you notice that the orb hasn't actually touched the ground since you touched it. It's just been kind of suspended next to you.
And I've been hanging onto the orb.
So you can fashion it up in the knapsack, but you almost notice that the orb seems to be following you of its own accord.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm going to fly around.
What he means to say is the orb is driving a Honda Accord and follows you around.
Is it its own accord?
Indeed.
Well, a corn would like to poke his head in that mysterious room.
No panache, no drama, no zazz. This is something that Cat hears, and only Cat can hear. Meow. You need to show this goblin what it means to make a grand entrance. You cannot let this little upstart upstage you.
What? What do you mean?
So Chex, you see Cat having what seems to be a conversation with himself. How's that making you feel?
Herself.
Herself. My apologies.
Cat is a cat, so Chex isn't really that concerned. Chex is getting very bored. Chex is getting very bored with watching all of these shenanigans, and is going to try and get Cat's attention. Go a little like pss, pss, pss.
No, Cat. You cannot let this distract you. This little goblin, obsessed with acorns, is about to take your grand entrance. This appears to be your charisma goading you into something.
All right. Well, I'm gonna like cats have like they move their ears, whatever. So I'm like one ear goes back to the pss, pss, pss sound, and I'm gonna like, and I'm just gonna like do a barrel roll into the room.
Awesome. Go ahead and make a dex save for me to see how well this barrel roll goes. I want you to add your charisma modifier to it as well, since you took charisma's word for it.
Great, that's an extra 0. That's 11.
Awesome. Good news is you land on your feet. The bad news is you kind of land on your feet after doing an ungraceful tumble. Charisma is not impressed with this entrance, and in fact, you have been upstaged after you've taken the stage, which I don't think is even possible, but you've made it done. So Acorn, as you lead your band of misfits into the lounge, you see that the room, though dimly lit, offers you enough light to kind of get a lay of the land. As you exit the lounge, you can clearly see that you are in the center of what appears to be an immaculate and very evenly organized set of different rooms. Each of these rooms is color-coded. You see a dark blue room, a green room, to your immediate left and right, respectively. Further down
green room and blue room?
Yep, you've got a green room and a dark blue room. Dark blue is significant because just across the way you can see a light blue room surrounded by purple, pink, red, and yellow.
All separate rooms?
These are all separate rooms. The facade of each room is color-coded, it seems. It doesn't really, there's no real rhyme or reason why, but they appear just to be categorized into their own colors. You can see that there is maybe something lying just beyond the light blue room, but you can't really see from your particular vantage point.
Okay.
You hear a bell. You hear a bell chime throughout the room one time, one singular chime, and then it's quiet.
Okay.
Your mind recalls to one of the lines in the letter telling you that you have until the stroke of 12 to procure additional arms until the final trial. Between the five of you, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to find out that this would be the first stroke. So logic would dictate that you maybe have 11 more of these before something happens.
Yeah. So you said I spotted something in the light blue room?
There appears to be something behind the light blue room, but you can't get a good look at it from where you're standing.
And the green room doesn't lead anywhere to my left, right?
There's nothing beyond the green room that you can see.
Okay. I'm going to confidently strut towards the blue room, the dark blue room first, and then towards the light blue room.
Okay. Are you going inside of any of them, or are you just kind of like walking around?
Yeah, I'm going to go into the dark blue room.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Is there a door that's closed to one of these rooms?
All of the doors are closed from where you can see.
Okay, so the green room is the one that's like closest in the way in. It's like separate from the others.
They're all separated. They're not really connected by any sort of...
I'm sorry. You said there's something beyond the light blue room, right?
There's something, yeah, there appears to be something beyond the light blue room. You can't quite get a good look on it.
Okay, so I'm going to go up to the door to the light blue room, and I'm going to swat my paws under the door to try to reach what's beyond the door.
Okay. Chex Mix, Zap, and Muffin Top. We've got one at the dark blue, one at the light blue.
That's Sir Muffin Top to you.
Sir Muffin Top, my apologies.
I'll take the green, but I'm intentionally searching for another pair of arms.
Okay, we're looking for arms specifically. Good to know. Chex Mix, Zap, you going to follow somebody, or are you going on your own separate ways?
I'm following Acorn. I am basically just intending to use Acorn as a meat shield at this point.
Fair enough. All right, so we got two in the dark blue, one in the green, one in the light blue. Chex Mix.
Yeah, Chex Mix will just follow Cat
All right.
because Cat can't get in that much trouble.
Excellent.
Unlike the goblins.
We have already split the party. I love it. All right. So, Goblin Bros, you approach the dark blue room. Can I get you guys to make a quick insight check for me?
Yeah. First, Acorn.
Crit fail.
The door smells you, and it's offended.
I got a 3 + 4. That's a 7.
It smells like something's burning. You don't know if it's like the room, if it's like overcooked food, if it's like meth. Like you can't really place your finger on it. Something just smells hot.
It's Simmons. He's thinking too hard.
Yeah. And I look around the room. Is it just like an empty room? Nothing in here?
Oh, you've already opened the door.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So you open the door, and and the smell kind of becomes a lot more pronounced as you step into the room. This is not the smell of a burning house, but rather the smell of burning popcorn.
Okay.
As you enter the room, in both of your mind's eye, you see the Colonel's office emblazoned in your mind's eye.
Okay.
As you are walking into this room, you see a rather corpulent goblin. So we've got more goblins. You have chosen the correct room. A rather corpulent goblin who appears to be ruminating, and ruminating very aggressively, as one can ruminate. He's muttering things to himself faster than you can perceive. How do you react?
Hi.
Who dares into the Colonel's office uninvited?
Acorn. Yeah. Acorn.
I didn't order no acorns.
I'm Acorn.
Oh.
Yay.
Who's that with you?
He just kind of nods. He's fearing for his life right now, so he's not gonna. He's just gonna be on the defensive.
Are you just a naturally scared goblin?
No, I'm about to die.
Oh, right. That's right. You're on 1 hit point.
Oh yeah,
Literally
that.
a breath away.
I forgot. You just the bag of lemons. I made it too powerful.
Strong bag of lemons.
Yeah. You can. This goblin is relaxed. He's on a chair. Well, not right. I guess not relaxed. But he is in a very vulnerable state right now. You don't appear to see. You don't see any weapons. The room is nice and open. There doesn't appear to be any sort of threatening aura about the Colonel.
Okay. Bye.
You're the one who came into my office. Can't you see I'm having a bit of a popcorn problem?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. Acorn can help you. Wait, popcorn?
I didn't ask for acorns. I asked for popcorn. Didn't you hear me the first time? I got a popcorn problem, not an acorn problem.
I want to get a little closer. Is there, like, some popcorn somewhere?
Not a single kernel of popcorn to be found. If there was a room more devoid of popcorn, it would be this one.
Okay. I want to... well, I can't give you popcorn, but I can give you a kernel of truth.
Kernel? That's a good start. What do you got for me?
I can tell you that acorns can be milled into flour, and they get collected by squirrels as they hibernate for the winter.
Okay, as he's listing these things off, he's rubbing his nipples very
aggressively. And, acorns are basically like big popcorn, if you think about it.
Maybe you didn't hear me the first 2 times. I don't got an acorn problem. I don't got a flour problem. I don't even got a big problem. I got a popcorn problem.
What's
if
a
you
popcorn
ain't
problem?
Yeah.
Do you need popcorn? Do you have too much popcorn?
Can you look around? Do you see any popcorn here?
No, but I don't know what your popcorn problem is.
My popcorn problems ain't got no popcorn. If you got popcorn for me, then we got no problems. If you ain't got no popcorn, then I got all the problems.
Okay, all right. Let me go find you some popcorn, and I'll come back.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. I'll reward you good.
All right.
Popcorn problems.
Come on, Zach Curl. Let's get out of here.
All right.
As they're leaving, he turns back around and said, acorns are really good. Rubbing his nipples.
All right.
My chest acorns.
So Chex Mix and Cat are over by the light blue room, which is just down and to the south of the dark blue room. If you're keeping, if you got good mental maps, I couldn't do this without my cheat sheet here. Cat has elected to reach her paw underneath the door.
Yeah, like when you're taking a shit and your cat wants to get in, and it's like batting up under the door. That's
No.
what I'm doing because I can see there's something beyond the door.
Don't have a cat.
So as you are pawing underneath the door, you once again hear a voice beckon to you. It's a little different this time. It goes, "Hey there, puppet. What you reaching for there?"
There's somebody in the room.
Yeah, if you reach a little farther, you can probably get a little bit of a touch on him.
But I can't. I'm up to my shoulder.
You've got more than that, puppet. Reach up to your whiskers.
Seems that dexterity seems to be goading you into reaching a little bit farther.
All right, I'm going to reach a little farther.
Awesome. Go ahead and make a dex save or a dexterity check with advantage.
Just flat dex.
Just flat dex.
I'm glad it's
Flatten my
advantage
dex.
because that's a 19.
That's a 19. All right. So you're able to reach in far enough and you feel something kind of squishy.
Nice. I noticed that Chex Mix followed me, and I'm turning around. Oh,
There's something squishy back here.
and tell Chex Mix there's
I
something.
mean, Chex Mix doesn't understand cat.
Well, I'm
So-
I'm a Tabaxi, so I can speak common. So it did say that in common.
Ah,
I don't understand your
Okay.
accent.
I don't understand your accent.
okay, so get it.
Yeah.
I can't get. both
Listen to
paws.
that bag of crisps there, puppet. Just drag it in.
I can't get both paws around it.
Get all three paws up in there, puppet. You two's here? Get
That's
all
just-
three
that's just
of
for
them
Denver.
in there.
All right, so can I try and like pull the thing closer?
You can definitely try to pull that thing closer.
Is that scrimp or is that dexterity?
Ordinarily that'd be a strength check, but you are all in on Dex here, and Dex is pleased with your offering. So go ahead and add your Dex modifier to this strength check.
So that is a dirty 20.
So there's bad news, and there's worse news.
What's the bad news?
The bad news is, as you grab hold of this with your claws and try to pull them in, you hear a bellowing roar come from the other side.
What's the worst news?
The worst news is that the door has just gotten really, really hot, really, really fast. In fact, it's not only gotten really hot, but the door is no longer there because it has been blasted away with a wall of flame. Now, with your 19 dexterity, or your dirty 20 rather, you are able to nimbly jump out of the way. Chex Mix, however, is not so aware of the impending danger. Chex Mix, you're going to have to make a quick dex save at disadvantage because this is coming at you hard and fast.
Roll twice.
And you pick the
the
lowest
worst
one.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no, it can get worse.
So that is a 6.
Yeah, 6 is not going to be enough. This is a really big wall of flame here.
That's how many toes cat has on one paw.
Oh, he's polydactyl.
Could have also
he's
a
a cat.
pterodactyl.
Not a
All right.
dinosaur.
One of those
So
dinosaurs.
that's going to hurt. That is going to be 19 flame damage straight to the dome piece for Chex Mix.
I mean, you have to be dead.
Minus 7 minus 19.
Yeah, okay.
Instant death?
Yeah, so Chex Mix is kind of burnt to a crisp here. We're going to get back to the ramifications of this in just a little bit. But first, we're going to head over to Muffin Top here. Sir Muffin Top?
Sir Muffin.
Sir Muffin Top to me, who has elected to saunter on over to the green room. How are you proceeding?
By air.
By air. Are you just going to just bust on in?
Yeah, why not?
The door's a
Works
mimic.
fine for me.
Nah, I'm just kidding. You go through the door.
Surprise.
As you enter the door, you hear the low hum of what appears to be some sort of archaic machinery. Glowing lights surround you all over the place. There's various bits and bobs. And a singular chair sits in the center of the room on looking what appears to be a dormant screen.
He's going to stand on the chair and look at the screen.
Okay. You look at the screen and you see the words pop. You see some characters pop up on the screen. What languages can you read as a fairy?
I think common.
Okay, this is definitely not in common. Otherwise, you would have seen it right away. These are characters that potentially could be familiar to you if you can understand the correct language.
An extra language.
Well, while it does, the unfortunate part is there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of extra characters in this. In fact, it seems to be a very small amount of characters for what appears to be a very important apparatus.
Apparatus of the crab.
A crabaratus?
Crusty.
We'll go with Visual Basic.
Your knowledge of basic programming is unfortunately not going to help you out here. It's like knowing C#, but the program running it is in Japanese, and then that Japanese is further translated into Hungarian.
I don't know that. He's just a very entry-level programmer.
Gotcha. Yeah, they didn't teach you this in training.
He's not like on the high.
Yes.
He doesn't do any of the important projects. He was the one that coded Teams.
All right.
Couldn't even do that.
All right.
Like making a logo for Teams.
You hear a bell in the distance chime twice. This last time it was once. We have now gone on to bong, bong. We are up to the stroke of 2. As the second bell chimes, Chex Mix, you find yourself once again in the lounge where you began before. After you meet, how is Chex reacting to suddenly being thrust back to life after meeting an almost certain death?
Go ahead.
This is not ideal.
Chex is my favorite character. So,
You're back alive.
damn, I was hoping that was going to do me in. All right, so Chex.
Question. Are they fully restored?
Well, that's a loaded question. As Chex, as you begin to exit the room, you feel a sudden loss of some sort. You are able to go back to the relic. You are able to go back into the lounge. But it appears the door is not going to let you pass without first sacrificing something.
Give up meat for Lent.
Isn't there still a gold coin on the floor?
There is. It's not currently in your possession. Would you like to try and offer that up?
Yes.
So at first, when the thought first crossed your mind, it didn't seem like that was going to work. You were initially very hesitant to pick up that coin. But as you ignore your inhibitions for the greater good, you notice something kind of slip out of you. Not necessarily physically, but sort of almost mentally, emotionally. And you feel as though your inhibitions have sort of left you. Things that would have prevented you from doing something in the past are now no longer constricting to you. So you are able to pick up this golden coin really without even showing concern for the floor or your own hygiene. And you exit the door with reckless abandon, and you find yourself back in the lounge. So
I have honestly never considered my own personal hygiene when bending over to pick up money, but I'm glad that you now make me think about that.
awesome. So we are now at the stroke of 2. We have a screen with characters that cannot be deciphered currently. We have a light blue door that has just been blasted off its hinges with the former remains of Chex Mix in its wake. And we have the 2 goblin bros exiting the dark blue room trying to figure out a puzzling popcorn problem. Where do we go from here?
Well, I assume Cat the cat has got her claw stuck in a dragon of some sort.
Make a history check for me, please.
Do you mean herstory?
Herstory.
My God,
I can't believe it took me this long.
You have to do it right now.
Hey, Mary.
That is a 13.
Pop quiz. Why did you all of a sudden think that something about a dragon would be squishy? It seems your intelligence is giving you a quick pop quiz.
Actually,
Well, I mean, dragons can be fat because they guard treasure, and like food can be treasure, so they get fat sometimes.
That's a very insightful observation. But actually, nah, man, you've done. That's your wisdom at this point, and wisdom is just kind of taking it easy. I'm here to let you know that your intel right here it gets a little flustered when you get the better of it. I think you're on the right track there, partner.
Is his wisdom Matthew McConaughey?
Wow. So, wisdom and intellect seem to be having a bit of a discourse in your psyche right now. Who do you find yourself gravitating more towards?
I'm going to see if Charisma's home and be like,
Charisma, shut these two up. What do I do?
Charisma is not happy with your lack of panache when dodging the dragon's flame. In fact, he's so disappointed enough, he's going to give you a quick -2 penalty for your next charisma save.
Dang.
So, as Kat is having this internal debacle, what are the rest of you doing? Chex
Ready
has
to
just
move
been
on.
torched and yet is standing right in front of you. That's kind of crazy. You've got some colonel with the popcorn problem. You got a door that is no longer there. You got a bunch of other rooms, too. You got a red one, you got a yellow one, you got a purple one, you got a pink one.
What's this orb do?
what doesn't this orb do?
Can I turn it on?
I mean, if you, touch it in the right spot and buy a dinner first.
I'll try that.
Acorn's
I have
headed
a lot of
to
money.
the yellow room.
Is the orb gonna have a switch?
I'm following Acorn.
All right, we got the goblins going to the yellow room. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm buying the orb dinner.
Buying the orb dinner.
Singing some Barry Manilow to it, or Barry White, one of those two.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you are.
Careless Whisper.
So it sounds like you are kind of siding with Kat and Kat's wisdom here. Perhaps there's some sort of food going on in the light blue room. So I imagine the two of you are making a trek there. Chex, which one of these two jokers are you? These pair of jokers are you following?
I mean, I thought you could get into too much trouble with the cat, but clearly
Well, but your inhibitions are gone, remember?
for the floor.
No, in general.
So what is Chex Mix's immediate first thought? Which color comes to mind? Chex Mix really can't, at this point, Chex Mix cannot second guess themselves.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with cat. What more could go wrong?
What more could go wrong? Absolutely right.
Can't get worse than dying.
Awesome. I'm a little upset that Kat didn't go to the yellow room at this point because the Goblin Bros enter this room and they are met with the velvety sensation of the butter zone.
The what?
This is a total.
The butter zone.
Oh, the butter
Buttered
zone.
zone.
Yeah, I was hanging out at their house one night. I don't even remember what came up, and I was like, like when you laugh so much that anything is funny, the butter zone.
Yes.
But no, it's called the.
Yeah.
It's punch drunk is the real person term. But
There's a few different variations. We call it the pudding point when you're so
Pudding point.
tired, everything's funny.
Yeah. The pudding
But
point,
he
I know
called
that
it the
one.
butter
butter
zone.
zone.
And my
And here
brother
we
and
are.
I laughed for 7 years. So it found its way into this one-off. So thank you. We are in the butter zone right now. So
All right.
Gabos, you have a room that is literally dripping with liquid yellow butter.
Are there
Do we
any?
do? Yeah.
other
Is there anything else
objects?
in the room?
Yeah, because this is where I'd hide my popcorn if I had
Say,
it.
you would think that if there's anything else in this room, it is hidden underneath layers and layers of molten butter.
Is it
Just like me in
carbon?
college.
I don't want to become the popcorn, but
Is
We'll
the
keep that
butter
in mind.
carbonated?
Oh, it's like a soda. A butter soda.
Sparkling
Corbin,
butter.
Remind me to tell you that story later.
Okay. So we're headed to the purple room from the butter zone. Before we go there, we've got Cat, Chex, and the fairy in the light blue room.
That's hateful.
There's not a door to walk through at this point. As you walk through where there used to be a door, you see quite clearly and quite intuitively a dragon who is quite obese, but nevertheless has an unsatiable hunger. As this dragon, you've approached the Gorge Dragon's Den, and this obese dragon is just pounding back meat, salad, bread, anything this dragon can get his hands on. So
too bad we
Kat
don't
was
have
right on the
poison
money
rum
with
ham.
their assumption. It is in fact a dragon that is indeed hoarding some food.
That's a fat dragon.
I'm glad that was funny.
That was totally uncool, Kat. I'm up to here. I'm out. You feel like charisma has left the building.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna do this with no charisma.
All right, Muffin Top and Chex. We got a fat dragon.
I have no inhibitions anymore. I'm gonna climb the dragon.
All right. So as you scale this dragon,
Get a scale. 'Cause
I can't even keep a straight face.
It's so hard.
So you climb this dragon, and even though you can feel where these scales used to be pretty hard, just the years of atrophy have really taken off the hardness that this dragon once had. As you reach the top, how far are you climbing? Are you just going for Are you going for it?
Yeah, like I guess the back. The
Yep.
back of the dragon.
Get up on the Hydra's back, and up the back you have gotten. Ordinarily, yeah. Typically, dragons, their scales are designed to keep predators off. But again, this one has just been, it seems like this one's been sitting here and just eating for as long as possible. So there's really no problem with you just kind of getting your limbs in there and making your way up. The dragon kind of beckons in between foods. Hey, careful up there. It ain't what it used to be. And it just starts gorging himself again. Muffin Top. We got Chex Mix on the top. We have Cat lacking any sort of charisma at this point. What we got going on?
Is there a manual in the room
A manual?
for how to operate the room?
No, Emmanuel is not in this campaign.
A manual transmission?
Nathan is not here.
Go ahead and make a investigation roll.
Oh, this should be terrible.
It should be terrible.
Get the dice that rolls ones.
Oh, it's even worse. I have a -1, so that's a 7.
All right. So you're looking around the room. You don't really see anything super noteworthy. The dragon's got a lot of food. But as you're looking around the room, you can see you're not sure where this food is coming from. That hadn't crossed your mind until you started taking a look around.
Lemons. We need the goblins.
Why do you need the goblins' lemons?
I'm gonna go find the goblins because he keeps eating stuff. So let him eat the lemons.
Okay. So we have an exit from the room. As Sir Muffin Top exits the room, you hear another set of chimes come in. Bong, bong, bong. We have hit the stroke of 3. Sir Muffin Top has exited the light blue room and has crossed path with the gobbos coming into the purple room. How's the interaction look?
Hey, you two.
I'm one person, so I keep walking.
Hey,
My name's not you two.
goblins. Goblins. Hey, pay attention to me.
I'm paying attention, but seeing that Acorn's continuing on, he's going to just try to whack Acorn in the back of the head to get his attention. Using his unarmed strike.
Oh my god, you're attacking me? Uh-huh. Alright.
Yeah, it seems
Roll
funny.
to hit, baby.
That is a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
And then, let's see.
Are you a monk? You get like a 1d4 or something?
Yeah, that's 4 damage.
And then you get like 17 extra attacks.
Jesus. All right, so I'm down to 8.
No, not yet. I don't have the funny sash.
All right, I take 4 damage.
Does that get your
I'm
attention?
gonna stab you.
Oh, great!
Acorn, don't play that shit.
That's a 13.
Well, I rolled a 9, so you're fine.
All right, I'm still about to die, but it's okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Acorn.
dumbass! Listen to the manlet.
I'm not a man. I'm a fairy.
The fairy.
All
I
right,
don't
what is
care.
it? What is it, fairy?
We need your lemons. Hey, don't call me that. That's
I
hateful.
don't have the lemons.
Where'd the lemons go?
I threw them.
So as you
Yeah,
are
I know.
so as you point back to the lounge, you are both stunned, puzzled, and a little bit mystified to discover that the lemons have been by your side the entire time.
Quite possibly bamboozled.
Hey, dumbass! They're on your hip.
Oh,
Acorn, we need your
I
lemons.
used to be a dancer. They're selling chocolate.
Sir Muffin Top is just starting to get angry right now with the stupidity that's going on.
all right.
There's a rage building inside of him.
All right.
Why do you need the lemons?
The dragon is hungry. We need to feed it the lemons.
What dragon?
The big, fat, pudgy dragon over there.
Lead the
All right,
way.
well,
Follow me.
I guess we're going to the
Says he
fucking
turns around
dragon.
and, like, covers back towards the dragon.
All
All right. So now you are all in the Gorge Dragon's Den. Again, watching this giant, obese dragon feasting himself. I'm going to need for Chex Mix to make a wisdom saving throw. I want to see just I want to see just how uninhibited Chex Mix is.
That's a dirty one.
Wow. All right.
Insane.
You fuck the dragon's head.
So Chex Mix, you are not content
Right,
with
Justin
simply surmounting an obese a dragon who's not even like resisting you. No, you have your eyes set on the chandelier. Not only is this an ambitious goal, the chandelier is nowhere near this dragon. Maybe if the dragon were to like elongate its long neck, you could maybe have a chance to hop up. But at this point, this dragon moves for no man. It only moves for food. But you will not be swayed. I need you to make a dex check to see how close you get to the chandelier before just eating shit. Please take this at disadvantage because there's no way you're getting to the
roll
chandelier.
again. That is a 6.
Yeah. Eat shit you
No, wait,
do.
no, sorry. That's a 12. My apologies.
That's a 12. This chandelier is still at least 9 feet up. So there's just you. I imagine you're like trampolining yourself off of the dragon's like sagging, fatty exterior, but it is not enough traction to get you up to that chandelier. You reach for the heavens, but you plummet straight back to earth. That is gonna be. It's going to be 4 falling damage from you. You are back to full health, by the way. You didn't take a health penalty or anything.
Remember the signs at school, right? Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you die in the empty vacuum of space.
I thought it was the one that said don't do drugs.
All right.
Acorn knows the deal. He's gonna he's like, I've been in an acorn coma before. I'm gonna hand the dragon his lemons.
The Gorge Dragon looks at you, then looks at the lemons, then looks at you, then looks at the lemons.
Say, you got any grapes?
And then he waddled away. Waddle.
He looks back at you and then takes a quick glance at your sack. Then back at you and says, I noticed them lemons. You ain't missing no lemons after giving me those lemons.
Nope.
Dump the sack, boy.
I comply.
Okay, so you take the sack by the opposite end and you just pour it over the table, and the lemons come forth like milk and honey from the promised land. There are just an infinite amount of lemons coming from this sack. This dragon is in lemon heaven right now. There are lemons literally filling up the room.
Is it a party?
It is not a lemon party yet. But give this dragon enough time, and there will be more than a few lemon mishaps. Like, shit you not.
This particular chat room is
Okay.
also registered as a .net, not a .org.
I assume Chuck's being on the floor by the dragon is getting covered in lemons.
Yeah, but they're, like I said, they're not like coming from the sky or anything. They're just kind of coming from the sack, and they're just kind of slowly filling up the room. So you're not in any danger of being a part of that lemon mishap, unless your inhibitions are failing you. But it's like you want no part of lemons. After about 20 minutes of this, the dragon kind of nods his head and says, "Close the sack."
I do it.
The dragon looks at you, looks at the sack, looks at Zap's sack, then back to you, Acorn. He says, "We're pleased." The dragon then actually elongates his long neck, wraps his jaws around the chandelier, and brings it down with a mighty tug. As the chandelier falls off the roof, yes, Chex Mix, I'm going to give you this one. How do you catch the chandelier? I'm not even going to make you roll.
No, yeah,
In my face.
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. Inhibitions be damned. You're just going to catch this thing. I just want you to tell me how gloriously you grab a hold of it.
It's exactly the scene in Men in Tights where he cuts the rope for the wrong chandelier.
I feel like just let a barrel be over him. Get knocked back on the floor.
Like getting baptized in a chandelier church, you let the water of the chandelier, the wax of its candles, just wash over you. You are now covered in this chandelier's holy light-bringing goodness, and your life could not be filled with more purpose.
Is there like hot wax that gets spilled?
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
But Chex Mix's lack of inhibitions right now do not allow them to care. This is just, they're in chandelier heaven and nothing else matters. Speaking of nothing else mattering, as the chandelier pulls down, a small light cracks through from the ceiling, and down from the ceiling slowly descends what looks to be a giant peculiar blade with a lot of different apparatuses and things sticking out of it.
Shiny thing, cat want.
Okay, so is Cat going for the big blade?
Yeah, shiny thing.
Is
Play
anybody?
with.
All right, is anybody else going for it? Or are we letting Cat take a hold of this?
Cat, you got it.
Zap really wants it, but he's about to die still, so he's holding back. Like, he's like gnashing his teeth right now because he really wants it.
Gotcha. All right. So without anyone else contesting it, Kat, you do go ahead and grab this bad boy. Again, just like with when you touched the pill, a slight jolt, and you are A-okay. As you look over your newly found weapon, you notice that the apparatuses sticking out appear to be wings. You also notice what appears to be a drawstring towards the hilt of the blade. Where the handle meets the base of the blade, there appears to be some sort of a drawstring.
Interesting. So it's like a mezzaluna.
Bro, you lift, right?
Is this strength talking to me?
How could you tell?
Detective Cat over here.
I'm getting ready for the Mutant City Blues campaign, guys.
Bro, you're swole, right? You're swole. You work out. You lift.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Why don't
A
you
little bit.
why don't you get that drawstring a pull, see what happens?
All right, I'm gonna pull it.
But you can't just pull it. You got to pull it hard. You got to rip it. You got to stick it. You got to grip it, and then you got to rip it, bro.
I will pull that string hard. I will pull hard.
Awesome. Go ahead and all right. So, despite your inspiration from strength here goading you on a little bit, you are still just a little spindly armed tabaxi at heart. Go ahead and roll a strength check, but only add a +1 to this one.
I'm going to use my inspiration for that. I'm going to burn that.
Oh, I was gonna burn the inspiration.
I'm gonna burn the inspiration.
Speaking of inspiration, while he is rolling that, I'm gonna go ahead and award Sir Muffin Top some inspiration for his creative solution in solving the Gorge Dragon's Den problem. You feel that this may not have been an intended solution, but it worked nonetheless, and for that you are to be rewarded.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Yeah. You immediately regret this course of decision. As you pull the string, you are able to get it going, but you feel a sharp snap in your shoulder as you do so. Go ahead and take 3 blunt damage right there. But there's also a much larger problem. As when you pull this drawstring, you are sent careening around the room as this blade's engine packs up. This exhaust bursts from the other end, and you are sent flying around the room. To the rest of you, you see a cat holding on to a giant flying sword with wings flying around the room.
Yeah, exactly. You ever seen the videos of like cats getting stuck on ceiling fans?
I want to.
Oh no. So I guess Zap at this point he wants to try to be productive during the chaos. Does he see any popcorn in the room?
There's only lemons in this room now.
Shit. All
I
right.
gotta go to another room.
Yeah. Hey, Acorn, what do you want to do?
Red and purple, I think is it. That's our only 2 options, and we're running out of time.
Hey, Cat, you get up there?
It's a Doppler effect.
He's
good.
Acorn, I think he's all right. Let's go.
It's fine. Purple.
Purple room it is.
Purple.
Okay.
Let me say,
So
Chex is having the best time now. Got the chandelier. There's a cat flying around.
Sir Muffin Top is going to follow those 2 because they came in handy, so they might come in handy in the future.
gotcha. Kat, as the rest of the group exits the room, you try to angle your newfound flying sword towards the exit. And unfortunately, where you could have made a graceful landing while your charisma has left you, you are going to automatically fail this charisma dex save. You are going to take a little bit of damage here. You're going to take 4 falling damage as you plummet to the floor. All right.
That's a durable cat.
As you approach,
Saved my life.
We should call
Acorn,
you Roadkill.
so Acorn, you were leading the group to the purple room, correct?
Yep.
All right.
I will dramatically enter.
Cool. As you begin to enter the purple room, you hear the familiar tone of the bell chime a 4th time this time. You look. You are a third of the way through of this trial, as you figure. As you enter the room, this door is a little bit heavier than the others have been. How strong is Acorn? Is he able to do this on his own?
He's not renowned for his strength, but he's not as bad as he could be.
Dude, bro.
So
You know who is renowned for his strength?
Is it Cat?
Bruh. You've got to redeem yourself, bruh. You've got to make some swole gains.
Wait, Cat. What is your strength? Just out
13.
of curiosity.
13.
All right. I'll entertain this.
I'm going to use the sword to somehow open this door.
You got to be a little more specific than that.
I'm
Because
going
I'm
to
imagining like
Like
you're
limply
propping the
flail.
door. You're like propping the door or the sword in front of the door and like pantomiming them having a conversation. Excuse me, I'm a sword with wings. Can you please open? Because that won't work. I'll just tell you right now. It doesn't work.
The
Okay, that
schizophrenia
was-
does not extend that far.
It is not field of effect schizophrenia.
Why are you two fucking around with this flying sword here? You got paws, you got wit, panache. Why not pick this sogging lock?
That's actually a good idea. I'm going to set the sword down and hopefully it doesn't fly away on its own. I'm going to try to pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead and make a dex save for me.
That is a 19.
Awesome. Because Acorn had already made his dramatic entrance, the fact that you're trying to pick an open lock is not only embarrassing, but it's kind of a travesty.
I guess I missed something. I don't know.
I didn't miss it at all. I was just waiting to set up this stupid joke.
Amazing. I got it, man.
If charisma wasn't already gone, like they would have left now.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, you are in the purple room now. The room is coated to an immaculate sheen. The walls inside almost look like they're made of chrome. Inside of this room, there's
Future.
future. No, that'd be like a stark white room. So as you enter this room,
It was all chrome. The future was chrome.
that's right. It was.
Everything's
Yeah.
chrome
He had
in
the-
the
like the-
future.
the little whatever the fuck popped up and it was like organic and someone
That's right.
sprayed it with chrome spray.
That's right. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen that one. So as you enter this room, you hear the grunts and groans of someone strenuously working out.
Is this two people working out or having sex?
It is one person. It is only one person, and they are in fact doing some. They are doing some bench presses in the center of the room.
Okay. Hey there, need a spot?
Need a spot? What? I swear. At this point, the barbells get tossed. Like they were nothing, and they hit the floor with an earth-shattering thud. This extremely jacked, bronze, chiseled figure erupts, enraged, eyes inflamed, looking around the room. Who in the corn flipping hell had the audacity to insist that I might need a spot? Which one of y'all damn rabble-rousers had the nerve to say that to Danger Bob McAllister?
It was that guy, and
Zap
Acorn
points at Acorn.
Sir Muffin
That was
Top
me.
points at Acorn.
I get it.
Boy, you got a lot of rabble-rousing nerve and some balls to step up to that plate, son.
I hold up my bag of lemons. And lemons.
His face all of a sudden becomes warm. It's like, oh, well, I didn't realize you brought me an offering here of this lemon tart bag here, son. Why don't you bring those a little bit closer? We'll take a look to that.
I take my short little
he's saying-
steps.
Very nice. Step a little closer here, son.
I'm so fucking dead. I really pick up the face like, I'm on my way, I'm coming.
So as you take about 5 or 6 steps, Danger Bob McAllister moves with the speed of freaking like 16 chariots all being pulled together by a giant fucking Cerberus. And he is going in for the haymaker of all haymakers. Go ahead and make a dex save to see if you can avoid this truck of a fist.
Alright, so I've got some Kronk look.
It's a 1.
I could fail.
Crit.
Like a dirty
Oh.
4.
Oof. Okay. So the fist
Literally.
meets your whole entire entity, and you feel every single bone in your body just disintegrate instantly.
Perfectly cut screams.
Yeah. Acorn.
Have you guys seen the video, the like super slow-mo video of the watermelon getting shot by a 50 cal?
I think so.
Because that's exactly what I'm picturing.
Yeah. There's no damage check on this, unfortunately. Yeah. Acorn is just dead. So we will get back to Acorn in just a hot minute. Danger Bob looks to the rest of you and goes, "Any of the rest of you rabble-rousers got some damn lemons to offer, Danger Bob McAllister?"
That was impressive, but I bet I can out bench press you.
I want you to roll for intimidation. As he's doing this, Zap, you
I'm
can't
going to use
help.
my inspiration.
You can't help but notice, being a connoisseur of shiny things, you notice this man is wearing a very impressive suit of armor.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you ruminate on that for a second. How did Muffin Top do with that roll?
16.
16. Danger Bob's eye twitches a little bit. He looks over at you and goes, "Well, how about you show me there, son?" He lifts up this barbell he was bench pressing with one hand and grabs it to you.
Okay.
Do you take it?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to make a quick Constitution save. Because this boy is heavy.
8?
Oh, yeah. I imagine you were like...
hold on. 10.
Not nearly enough. I imagine you were like floating in midair. Just you fall down just as quick as the barbells hit the ground. Danger Bob's not even fazed by this. Instead, his eye turns to Zap, who appears to have taken a notice to his armor. "Boy, I see you, man, with good taste. You like what you see?" He makes his pecs do that little pec Trey Cruz dance.
Ooh.
But like his pecs do it, but then he's got like smaller pecs on the pecs, and they're like popping out and they're dancing.
Muscles, pecs.
No. So Zap's observing this, and the fact that the pecs are moving the actual armor is fascinating.
Yeah, this boy is dumb strong.
I'm like,
Dummy dick.
my friend, I am seeing that you have exquisite taste in your armaments. Is that designer? Is that a...
Is that Gucci?
Supreme.
Supreme. No.
No, it's just the Supreme brick.
That's got to be that Versace. I'm thinking.
Go ahead and make. Go ahead and make an
go ahead.
inside check. I want to see just how much you can appraise this bad boy.
You gonna make him make an inside check? We've been inside this whole time.
So that was a 15.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You've got a pretty discerning eye for this kind of thing. You've seen a lot of gold stuff. You can immediately size this up as an ultra deluxe golden hyper divine armor Mark II. There have only been 32 of these bad boys ever produced, and you are looking at what looks to be probably close to the second or third specimen ever produced.
So completely now disregarding his health scenario, he's now enamored, and he's just, we're going on the spiel. He wants to know, when did you get this? How long have you had it? How does it feel? How's the fitment? How's the movement? He's going on.
So at this point, he kind of laughs and goes, you are a man of taste, I see. Rather than regale you with the story of me in this here suit of armor, he takes it off effortlessly. But for any normal man, this would take at least 3 people to do. He just takes it off like a fucking t-shirt. He's like, "Would you like to wear this suit of armor, boy?"
As much as I know this is probably going to kill me putting it on, I would be honored.
Oh, well, son, nothing free's worth it. So he puts the armor back on with a loud thud and goes, "You're just gonna have to best me in a little contest here. Do you think you can match wits, match grits, match tits with the great Danger Bob McAllister?"
My friend, you seem to be a character of exceptional physical aptitude. I challenge you to an arm wrestle.
Oh boy.
Ballin'.
He steps up close to you, and as he steps closer, you realize just how tall this man is, because you're kind of like, where your forehead is kind of where his ball sack is. He looks down at you and goes, "If only it were that easy, boy." He leans into you now to match your face and goes, "You gonna have to best me at my favorite contest."
Go on.
Hey, that's his line.
He leans in a little bit closer. You see his open palm reach towards the sky. As you go to flinch and the palm hits close, you can see your life flash before your eyes. But before the bone-crunching fate that Acorn met happens to you, you feel just a small touch on your shoulder. He looks down and goes, "Tag, you're it!" He then runs over to this bench that he was bench pressing on, pulls a lever that was hiding behind it, and it just yeets him through the ceiling, leaving a big Danger Bob McAllister-sized hole in the ceiling.
Perfect.
After a few brief moments, you hear a soft thud. A crash happens somewhere inside of the house. We're going to snap back over to Acorn, who has just reverted after meeting his untimely demise. Again, you check yourself. All your bones are still there. All of you haven't felt like anything's gone. You still got your lemons, much to your chagrin. But as you go to leave the room, once again, you feel something leave. You can leave this room, but you can't leave a whole acorn. What do you leave behind?
Something popped into my head. I think I'm going to swing for the fences. Acorn is my name because it's the thing I love most. And whether consciously or unconsciously, it's always on my mind. So if the room is demanding something of me, that's the first thing that comes to mind. My love of acorns.
Yeah. So when did you have your first acorn?
It was the first thing I ate ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that memory has now been what you once remembered as sort of a defining moment for you, kind of your defining characteristic. This is now a bitter, disgusting, rancorous memory. It's kind of like when you pick up an acorn and it's been rotted to the core. And you can slowly start as your memories are slowly being rewritten. The thing that you have once loved, you now can't understand why anybody would love acorns. Your name is in fact a disservice to you and everything you stand for at this point. You think it might be time to change paths, chart courses. So yeah, absolutely. Your love of acorns is now a disgust, a hatred even. So with this new bitter reality that has now become yours, you exit the room as the bell chimes 5 times.
Okay.
That was deep.
Yeah, I am headed towards the red room.
Okay, red room. We got red room going on. Everybody else is in Danger Bob's room. What's going on in Danger Bob's room? Danger Bob is no longer there. There's just a Danger Bob hole. He's yeeted himself out.
I can yeet myself after him
Yeetus.
with this flying sword.
Oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for. You hear a soft pitter patter in your mind as Charisma has entered stage left once again. Pull that drawstring. I want you to leave an even bigger hole where Danger Bob left.
I'm gonna pull the drawstring. Strength.
No, this is Charisma, but you are -5 on Charisma right now. So good luck.
Do it for the crits. That rolled off the table. That's a crit.
You took your notes over.
15.
Okay. How does this go down? This is your world now.
I mean, I pull the drawstring back, and like a bow, instead of shooting an arrow, I shoot myself, but somehow still have the bow, and then just like straight up Looney Tunes with the song and everything, just smash through the roof in the exact same trajectory that Danger Bob took.
So as you are moving in slow motion, I imagine you're doing some flips, some pirouettes. You got some You've got some like SSX tricky Uber tricks going on in the air. You can see clearly another Danger Bob McAllister size hole in the pink room.
Sweet. I'm going to follow his trajectory and come back down on the pink room.
Yeah, with the crit charisma save, you not only adjust course to make it straight in there, you are able to go straight through the Danger Bob hole without leaving another mark on the ceiling. In fact, you probably have enough time as you're going through the hole to repair the hole after you make it through and then land on all 4 feet and with the sword holstered in your back. Like all of that just happens. Take another inspiration, Cat. You are an inspiration, and Charisma is now wholly your biggest fan. What are the rest of you doing? Zap, Muffin Top,
So
Checks.
so Zap is immediately, he's entertained with the game of tag. He is going for it. So he's gonna take out his quarterstaff and he's going to mount it on the bench. He's gonna he's gonna stay on the bench. He's gonna whack the lever with his quarterstaff and he's just gonna yeet himself into the hole that Muscle Man went through. He is gonna win this fucking game of tag. He is all for it.
Okay, so you're getting onto the bench, you're pulling the lever, and you want to follow Danger Bob out.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Even though Danger Bob touts his strength as sort of his MO, the lever's not really that difficult to pull. I'm going to go ahead and say, Checks, your inhibitions are so uninhibited right now. You are.
I mean, Chex never left the dragon room.
Oh, I just kind of assumed you went with them. You're still there.
No,
Nah.
Chex is pinned underneath the chandelier.
Look at the chandelier.
I'm a chandelier
Okay.
now.
Jack and I are bros now.
My apologies for assuming. I didn't account for that. All right. Go ahead and make a dex check to see if you're able to match Danger Bob's trajectory.
Can I make an argument towards an acrobatics check?
I will allow it. Make an acrobatics check, my friend.
That is a 20. A dirty 20.
Okay. So you exit through the ceiling, leaving a. I imagine ordinarily you would probably just burst right through, costing you your last hit point. With a 20, however, I think you're able to finagle yourself in between either one of the holes that these two made. If you're if your goal was to match trajectory, I'm sure it looks like you're able to also hop right into the pink room, right along there with our feline companion.
Yeah, so my vision for all this is, he whacked the lever. Yeah, it was extra, but he launches himself up through the hole. And then as he exits the hole, he hooks his quarterstaff around the edge to just push himself in the right direction.
Gotcha. All of that happens in your head, and you've got a bright idea of it. Without a crit, though, you just kind of topple through the ceiling, right?
You know what? He's all about the name of the game at this point.
But with a 20, that's not going to cause you any harm. You're able to brace yourself just in time, and you are right there in the pink room along with the feline. All right. So, Checks, I didn't realize you were still in Gorge's Den. Lemon room. What are you doing in the lemon party?
I mean, Jack and I just chilling. We're bros now. I ask him how he likes lemons, seeing as he ate a bunch of them.
One does not simply like lemons. One becomes lemons. When you've eaten as many lemons as I have, well, why don't you see for yourself?
Okay.
As I say, yeah, there's you can't resist, right? So you and this dragon are about to have a lemon party. That's going to have some ramifications.
It's just like my Japanese animes.
All right. This has actually gone on quite a while. We may actually have to break this up into two. All right.
Well, I mean, we're almost at the 6, so that would be good.
Yeah, I think that
Halfway.
might be. So we can probably get through a couple more encounters here. Okay. So, Acorn.
Yeah.
Or the goblin formerly known as Acorn. You have entered the Red Room, and just like your all hated acorns that you have put to the death so many years ago, you enter this room and smell the familiar stench of death. All around you are torture devices, torturous instruments, what appear to be corpses of past victims. And just to your side as you enter the room is a peculiar old man.
Okay. Hello?
Hello. Have you come to procure some of my fine art?
Yes.
Why, take a look around. There's plenty to be had. Show me your finest work.
He indicates all manner of torture devices to you. You see an Iron Maiden, you see a guillotine, you see what appears to be a wall that just has the business end of needles sticking out of it.
Ew. Yeah. I say Acorn isn't. This isn't his favorite thing to do. But there's no there's torture implements, but there's no people or anything, right?
It's just you and the old man.
Yeah. Is there a way I can sort of discern what meaning?
What are you looking for?
I guess I don't really understand what he's. It sounds like he's asking me to torture somebody to make his version of art, but there's not any medium here.
Make an insight check. I think that's enough information to go on to kind of start piecing things together.
Okay. 14 plus 3 is 17.
You feel like you're on the right track, and if your intuition is correct, then you seem to get the idea that he maybe wants you to literally show him what you can do. He may not be talking about you or anybody else.
Okay.
Judging by his open stance, he's not armed. Looks completely vulnerable.
Okay.
This is a weird day.
Well, life gives you lemons.
Torture your granddad.
Torture. I was saving that for later, but I just had to get it out.
Acorn, go ahead and take a point of inspiration. That was inspired.
Thank you. I will grab a skin flensor and start peeling this guy's skin away.
All right. Where do you begin? There's definitely a couple of those lying around. I imagine you pick one that's farthest away from an earth tone as possible.
Yeah, I don't want to go too in depth. If I don't know if I want to get that graphic about it, but I'll start at one of his arms.
So as you start going to town on one of his arms, he kind of smiles at you, very unsettlingly. But what's more unsettling is the fact that you also feel a sharp sting of pain on the same arm, your arm.
Okay.
Go ahead and take 1 point of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
As I'm sure that you are recoiling immediately from that.
Yeah, it's kind of like and then a wash of realization. Oh. Why are we doing this, old man?
He smiles at you and pulls out from his pocket what appears to be a jet black obsidian. This rock is floating in his hand.
Okay.
He says, "If you can incapacitate me before you incapacitate yourself, my treasure shall be yours. Once again, show me your finest work."
Alright, I just beat him to death with the bag of lemons.
Are you just okay? So as you start waylaying into this guy with your bag of lemons, he's not fighting you back. He's recoiling. He's reacting in all the right ways. He's on the ground, but with every swing, you feel yourself also feeling the brunt of that pain. So I'm going to say with 3 swipes here, that's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage over 3 different whacks.
I'm down to 5.
Okay.
It's down to 11. You said I took 7?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down to 4.
Okay. Yeah, starting to feel a little bit lightheaded now.
Is that your new name? I am Lemon.
No more acorn. I am only lemons.
You merely adopted the lemon.
Yeah.
Was born in them, molded by them.
Are you still going to town on this guy, or?
Yeah, how's he looking? I guess I know how I'm feeling, but does he look slowed down at all?
Yeah, he He's definitely not as good as he was before, but with his expression and his body language, you can tell that he is not nearly as worse off than you are right now.
Wait, I use my bonus action to deal an additional d6 of damage.
Okay.
So he takes an additional 3 with my Hunter's Mark.
Okay. That's going to cause him a fair bit of pain there. You can see him kind of wince up. And you also take that 3 as well.
Fuck. So I'm down to 1. And if I don't do it now, then I don't have anything else. So I think with like sort of breathlessly, I don't know, like a little bit of goblin blood running down my nose, down the side of my cheek, I go, "My name is Lance!" And I hit him as hard as I can. One final swing.
And with that one swing, everything fades to black. Okay. And you are once again in the lounge.
Okay.
Results are a bit of a mystery right now. We'll get back to that. We'll go ahead and start. We'll end here with our pink shop crew. That is Sir Muffin Top and Cat in the pink shop here. This will be our final room of the... Oh, and Zap. My apologies. In the room here. You have all entered the room in various different ways, mostly airborne. As you survey your surroundings here... you see a bunch of knickknacks, bits, and bobs kind of hanging all over the place. As you are surveying, you hear, oh my goodness, I appear to have customers. And a short shuffling behind the shelf, and a small gnomish grandmotherly figure pops up and goes, "Oh." She looks up at the roof and goes, "I thought it was a bit drafty. What's that you're doing, lads?"
So she's like an old lady?
Yeah.
Is she like wearing like old lady clothes, like hand knit stuff?
It's actually it's almost got kind of a latex texture to it. It's not like skin tight, but it is very like
latex leather granny.
Listen, she's got a very intricate backstory. Okay,
that's a category on Pornhub.
I don't understand.
Does she want to touch my orb?
She does not want.
She can ponder my orb.
You could see that her eyes have kind of gravitated towards it a little bit, but she hasn't said anything.
Hey, Granny, what's this thing for?
Are you're indicating the orb around your back?
Yeah.
Oh, it appears you have found the third eye. Have you not discerned what it can do yet, my young one?
I haven't. Can you tell me?
I could tell you, but I think it would be more fun to show you. Step out of the room real quick, please.
Okay. And he kind of like hovers his way out.
Oh, leave the orb, dearie. It won't work if you're in the same room.
Okay, so he tosses the orb back in the room.
Okay. As you exit the room, you are facing away. So as you are exiting the pink room, you are facing what appears to be a gray room behind the light blue room. But you can also see the inside of the pink room, which is striking because you're not looking at the pink room.
I forgot about the pink room.
Nifty.
I left the red room. I thought it was the last one.
So, does the orb just stop following me, or like, can I control it anyhow?
Yeah, in fact, as you kind of because you're seeing two different images, so you instinctively close your eyes. But even though your eyes shut, even though you're not looking in front of you anymore, you can still see the inside of the room behind you that you just left. When you turn your head, you can see your field of vision in the room turn as well.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it towards the cat and see if I can just run into the cat with it.
You turn your new field of vision towards cat, but try as you might, you're not able to move.
Okay, who's gonna yell at him? Hey, cat, check this thing out.
You hear Sir Muffin Top shouting into the opposite end of the hallway.
Just like any other cat, when you call their name, I'm going to completely ignore that. And so this is a shop. You said? Does she have shelves?
Yeah, she's sitting behind a counter. You would probably intuit this is a shop of some kind without having to ask her.
Are there like shelves of? Like, does she have like any ceramics or anything on shelves?
Oh, I see you are admiring my wares.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna find a shelf. I'm gonna jump on the shelf and I'm gonna try to knock something off. Like,
Okay.
like that.
Okay. So you manage to find the most expensive looking porcelain figure that you can. You paw at it. Instead of like swinging a broom at you, Granny almost seems to be amused by this.
Nice. I'm going to knock it all the way off.
It shatters into 1,000 pieces. Granny is so amused by this, she claps and goes, "Oh, don't worry about that, dearie. That's probably worth less than you are."
I'm going to purr, but like purr concernedly.
The nerve of this woman. Your constitution has taken offense to this. You need to put this woman in her place, young feline.
What? Why?
She's insulted you.
Insulted me? How? She said I'm worth more than a statue.
That statue is worth a pittance at best.
But I think I'm worth more than a pittance. Am I worth less?
You have to kill her.
With what?
You have to kill this old woman right now.
With what? How do I kill her? You lick her to death?
And why am I asking you?
Your constitution figuratively and literally grabs your head and looks at the big-ass sword that you've been flying around in for the past 20 minutes.
Twisted around like a 180.
He brings your gaze back to the old woman and simply says, "Use your imagination."
Not the sword.
So I'm going to imagine the lady being on a shelf and me knocking the lady off the shelf.
So, Constitution is not happy that you have disregarded its suggestion.
He said imagine. I'm imagining.
But I'm going to award you inspiration because that was funny as hell.
Very inspiring.
So, Zap, being once again a man of appreciation for all things valuable and shiny, you have probably taken a liking to some of these objects.
As gorgeous as some of these objects appear, the big thing that still is lingering on his mind is somebody deserves to be it. And that somebody is not here. So he's going to look around the room, see if there's any other holes in the room.
Sure. Take an investigation check.
All right. Let's see. That's an 18.
So as you're walking around the room, you begin to whistle a jaunty tune. A tune probably from your childhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one.
It's a pretty iconic tune.
I was going to go more with...
What's even more iconic is the fact that there is a pretty particularly burly voice below the floorboards that is also whistling the same tune with you.
Ah, interesting. So, upon this observation, he's looking for a trapdoor, a loose board in the floor. He wants to get down.
Okay. So as you begin feeling your way around there, your hand lingers upon what appears to be a hidden lever in the floorboards. Before you're able to pull the lever, Kronk, you hear a voice from below go,
No, he's right there.
"We've been found out, rabble-ruzzers!" And Danger Bob bursts from below the floorboards, does a couple of aerial flips, and lands on both feet, impressing mostly Cat.
Wow.
He looks at you dead in the eye and goes, "Tag me if you can, sucker!" And we're going to go ahead and pause it right here. This one-off has just become a two-off, my friends.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Kronk. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. and edging.